we still don't have a name for this, do we?
No, we're going with the I don't even know what to say. What do we even call it?
I have no idea, but look, we'll figure that out at a different day.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
so our first show is obviously just going to be us just talking. Hopefully, when we do a bit of advertising on the interweb, we can get a. Yeah, that I don't think that's the best place to start, but we'll see when we're really desperate. But we might
digs have been thrown.
Ooh.
Right, we might as well just start with probably talking about why we all like football and why we watch it and what teams we follow and why have we not.
Well, I start.
We'll probably start with you, so.
Well.
So do you want to say your name?
My name is DaQuackyAssassin. Am I meant to say my real name or am I meant to say?
No, just DaQuackyAssassin.
You can go with that, or you can go with.
As well.
Alright, well, I'm DaQuackyAssassin.
Or Reece.
It's already implemented. I'm DaQuackyAssassin. My favourite team is Arsenal. And my favourite team is Arsenal because Frimpong led the Arsenal team to 4th place every single year. And once Frimpong left the team, what happened? Secure 4th place every year. And that's exactly what happened.
You said this before, right? And if I don't know, there could be a chart out there somewhere. Maybe you made it, or maybe we can make it. That shows the correlation of Frimpong and Arsenal's decline. Maybe it does show it, but I think I'll have to fact check this because I don't know. Maybe they still stayed forward for a bit longer.
Yeah, can we get CNN on the fact check now?
You have to let them over. Not
just so you know, Reece, Frimpong's only played 6 games of senior level for Arsenal.
But did that mark, Kevin? It's still brought them to 4th place.
That's
the morale.
Okay, you got me there. You have me there.
FIFA 12, Reece on FIFA 12, knocking up all the sliders on Frimpong, taking up the 4th place every year in Korea.
Hey, I didn't knock them up.
4th place.
The morale from Frimpong brought them to 4th place every single team. When he left, the morale was still there for a year, but as soon as it was fully gone, dropped, declined. Arsenal, bottom now.
Remember what Frimpong's first name was?
Decline hardly.
Bottom for Arsenal. So
Reece, he hasn't played for them in 6 years.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the problem. You seen the decline in 6 years? You explain that to me.
I swear Arsenal finished 2nd when Leicester won the league, no?
No, that was Tottenham. Sorry, Tottenham finished.
And it's 2-horse race. Yeah.
No, it was City that came 2nd, wasn't it?
No, Arsenal nipped in ahead of Spurs because like all the sports fans were getting laughed at.
Morale.
But he wasn't there that season.
2015, 16.
But they just knew his presence was still felt. So
yeah, they could feel it.
What year was it they won it?
We'll move on to the next person. So we'll start next with Kevin.
Okay,
so Kevin will explain.
Yes, my name's Kevin or KingCarmo. I am a Manchester United fan. I support them.
Wow, very.
I know, it's like
very creative.
Like it's amazing. It's such an original fucking team to support. No, but the reason I support them is that my dad told me if I didn't support them, we'd be thrown out of the house. So I was kind of coerced into.
He's developed into one of those.
I was mentally abused.
but early age homelessness probably made you a better man. I don't know if there's could be a chart out there somewhere that.
Well, no, hold that there, Darren. If he was exempt of homeless, he could have supported Liverpool. That's a lot worse.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah. And speaking of
great segue into Lost.
Liverpool, let's talk next.
I got you, Kevin. Don't worry.
Right, Mike.
Anyways, Mark, you tell us what team you
next
support.
Next year's our year, which is this year, but then a pandemic hit, and so
typical Liverpool supporter.
Excuses.
Right. We should let Reece go fourth.
Shut
him up for a while.
Ooh, 4 jokes already out. We're only 5 minutes in.
I don't know why you actually.
Typical Liverpool supporter.
Why did you support Liverpool, Mike? Was it like the lack of tires in the surrounding area?
And I wasn't interested. When I was
You
younger,
just
and I
looking for
wasn't.
that
It's a
extra
funny,
disappointment in
funny
his life.
story, actually. When I was younger and I
Oh,
wasn't really into football, and you know how all your mates are into football, so you're looking for a team. I remember
That's
it was
my
like,
story.
oh yeah, all my uncles support a team in red. Turns out it was Manchester United, and I went with Liverpool. And I said
could have been-
Liverpool, so that's how it started.
You could have been slightly more likable.
Slightly.
If
At the
you just
very,
realised.
very low slight.
I picked any other team. to
That's
be
the
honest.
story of how I was supporting Liverpool. Because it meant to be Manchester United.
You guys have
And the love blossomed.
the love. Like, what's the love? As I said, the burned out cars, the sketchy looking centre backs. I don't know. Where's the love?
Well,
Like, this would have been the days of the sketchiest looking the centre back pairing of all time: Daniel Lager and Skirtle.
again, I didn't like people shagging grannies and kicking
This
people in the crowd. So
you're not
I
young.
thought that was a bit too much, you know.
Is this a Liverpool fan
But
talking about?
why did you consistently shag Granny then?
Oh, he's
The-
on. Oh,
It's a thing Mark's into.
well, she's not the team. As you probably could guess by now by the way I've been delivering Mark, but I'm also a Manchester United fan, and I also support Sunderland, which
Boo!
the two-man team, and I support two clubs, so and it's probably the worst two clubs you could support at the moment.
One
It's
because of their
like-
fans and one because of their shit.
The amount of antidepressants you have to take on like just on the weekend, like Saturdays in particular, are rough. Especially you have a depressed scoreline getting beaten by teams like Rochdale, and then you have to go and watch United. And like it's been a bit better lately, but like the start of the season was pretty rough after.
I don't think there's been an actual game or a day where United and Sunderland have won the same weekend. It's always
I think
That's
it's
the fun
one.
things.
Midweek
I genuinely-
Europa League as well against
I
the
gen-
likes of second AZ Alkmaar.
I genuinely think it's once because I do always check, and I think it's like once or twice. Since the turn of the year, because we went on that little nice run, and then we went shit again, and now we're outside the playoffs, and the season's gonna finish, and then we're gonna get fucked by this new unweighted points per game system. Where we're gonna finish lower than we ever would finish if the season was actually gonna finish properly. Which is just ridiculous.
Liverpool are going to win the league with over 100
Well,
points.
See, do you ever have this feeling?
Great year.
If you watch your
It'd be rough.
team lose. I heard that feeling.
What you mean?
Do you ever have that feeling when you watch your own team, they will lose?
Yes. You're an Arsenal fan, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I don't watch the games anymore.
don't-
Just to
and I-
lose.
I don't get
That's
to watch
because
Sunderland
Frimpong's
games,
not there.
We can afford it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Damn.
Was
Those shots
Well,
right there.
as we were just talking about the League One season is finished. I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but it's essentially going to be not coming back. Do you think, as we already know, the Bundesliga is back? Do you think football should come back from this?
No, definitely
won't
not.
happen.
It's Liverpool in the lead. I don't think so.
People have it
And,
regardless. Like that's
Didn't
that's
win
how it's. But that's something incredible. The likes of League One winners like 5 points in between first and second or something. Like, that's
Yeah.
way too close to base off any sort of system, and there's uneven amount of games played. So, and then again, like what if second place is playing last place and like third place are playing fourth place kind of thing scenarios. Like it's not really fair.
Liverpool only need the point though, don't they, to win the league?
Only need
To win,
two
they have
wins,
to win
provided City win every
two
game.
games. They have to win two
Provided
games.
City don't drop points.
It's been interesting to see. Like, obviously, what's June 12th?
Well, we have like a little demo so far of the Bundesliga, and like at the end of the day, the Germans are going to take stuff a lot more seriously than the English will. Like,
Oh, definitely. Like, you obviously just look at the news and see how it is over in England at the moment. But if you're talking Bundesliga, like the day it came back, Dresden were told to go back into quarantine because of 2 or 3 players of theirs being found out with the coronavirus. So fair play, they've cut fast and they've done the right medical procedures to get them all tested before going back, which should be the way, obviously.
48-hour threshold, I think, threshold period.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, not threshold period. Like before games, you're tested 48 hours, and then
you're tested, and then you get the results in 48 hours.
I think the Premier League are doing the same thing. They've already tested nearly 1,000.
They won't be as consistent though. Like you ever play other games, the Germans are always on top of their shit.
Yeah.
Any other game we play, they Rock League, whatever, Rock League, fucking whatever. They're on top of their shit, man. They're there.
The English have to be on top.
Always consistently there. Germans are fucking.
The Premier League hasn't really shown any confidence though in this like whole thing. They've done nothing really.
I don't think it's a Premier League thing. I think it's an English thing. I hate to say it.
It's an English thing, yeah. Just confident.
That surprised me.
Go on.
It's just like they have like you have watched the Sky Sports and Gary Neville's just berating them every day, like, and he's right to like they're just not helping them at all though. Is he?
I think they're going for the herd immunity, you know.
Now they've come out a bit recently now with these testing things, and they have an actual idea. But even the date of like the 12th is just we might get it. We might come back on the 12th. We don't know, but we might.
Like, I felt Gary had. I think it was my right in saying it was Gary that brought up the idea of get all these players into one place and don't let them leave anywhere. It's like maybe like a resort or something. Yeah, because if you look over in America now, like the NBA, they do everything. Like it's like the NBA over there is really good on what they're doing. So they've literally contacted Disney, of all places, Disney. And they're getting all their teams into Disney and playing all their games there to finish off the season.
Then again, where could you do it?
Disney are taking over everything.
Stoke.
Realistically, Disney are taking up at the moment anyway, so.
They have Star Wars now, they have basketball. But
not too far of a stretch.
It's the thing about that is that's actually just setting up the new Space Jam movie, except it's no longer Looney Tunes, Mickey Mouse.
It's Mickey Mouse with the coronavirus.
They got a thumbs down for me.
But the like in the Bundesliga, like they're all told. I think they get like these packages out to them and they're told by the clubs and shit. But I know when Dortmund scored their first goal against Schalke, they all like stood away from each other. Now they could have been just doing that as a joke, but are they actually supposed to celebrate with each other? Because you kind of get mixed signals. They're running up to each other and hugging each other, but then they fist pump with their elbows, and because they can't touch each other's hands, but they're just they all just in a big group huddle having a hug. Like what's the like?
Well, then you look at the bench, and then they're like 15 feet apart from each other.
Yeah, it's very contradicted.
Comes
I
on
kind of get that elbow touch kind of thing,
corner, like in a free kick. Like, how does that make any sense?
It's like, yeah, I rub sanitizer on my hands. Do you rub on your elbows? Why are you touching your elbows? You know, these are things we have to ask ourselves.
These just are like instead of their hands, just do with their foot.
Yeah.
Oh, what about in the Premier League? They worked on like down the leagues, run around and like ventilators. I think Glenn Whelan would that extra yard of pace.
Anderson will be dying.
Extra oxygen coming in.
The thing, like I think the Bundesliga is a bit different. Like you can all use it as a little guide. I think the fans in England don't like the German fans are very passionate and they all love their clubs, but the German people have more sense and they know just to stay away. Well, like in England, if Liverpool win these, if we all come back hopefully, and then we have the 2 games, like the Liverpool fans aren't staying at home, they win the league. Like there's no way they haven't won the thing in 40 years. They'd be either outside that training ground or wherever they're playing, or they'd be in the town centre all having a laugh, doing something. There'd be something they'll do, like, and it'll just be. That's like I know they're saying that if they win the league, they'll have a trophy parade, but like we're talking about potentially no stadium football until like a vaccine, which could be like this time next year. We can have a new Premier League champion, and Liverpool will be having a trophy parade from the seasons before, and everyone will be just laughing at them.
Oh, Darren, next year's their year.
They could win it again, of course, but like it's like we could have an outcome like as well. The other argument we're getting as well is that I think if Wenger said it today, somebody like that said the weaker teams in the league are gonna find it harder because if Norwich aren't the best team in the world, but some points that they get, it was last goal and the game against City, they have the whole stadium behind them pushing them on. They're not going to get that, and they're playing the Man City and they're getting beaten 2-0 after half. Now your heads drop. You're not going to come back or something like that. So it's gonna affect the lower teams as well. We're trying to perform better. They kind of need the crowd.
Reverse when they're playing at a neutral venue without the likes of Old Trafford behind the United team or an Anfield behind?
That again would benefit them because they're trying to rise to this occasion. They're trying to be better. They're trying to they can hear that the crowd's getting annoying. Because if you watch Liverpool on the telly, if Liverpool ain't scoring up to the 60 minute, you just know that they're all getting annoyed. It's like, for fuck's sake, how have we not scored yet? And the same thing watching United under Van Gaal and stuff. The fans get more and more annoyed, and the players on the pitch realise this, and then they're like, the more we dig in, the more these are going to turn on them. The fans are going to start booing when the shots go over the bar and stuff. So it still comes back like that. We'll just have to see what way it works. But
Peter, obviously we don't know what's happening. Like, I haven't seen any news of how people are doing it in Germany. Now you look at Ireland and Britain, people aren't really taken seriously.
I'm thinking for a trophy period, could do it in a stadium context, but maybe like a third of the stadium full. Maybe.
No, you can't. Like, if
in terms of Liverpool celebrating the trophy,
football is too hard.
Just have a system.
I think they could do that with this just season ticket holders, and just because they've been there throughout the years, which I think would be fair to them. But they'd have to do it like that. You queue into the ground, everyone's 2 meters, like you go to a shop, and then you go in and everyone's separated from each other unless you're in a family.
I can't see that.
But then after that, they're gonna have to come in and clean everything down.
I can't see that. I can't see that working, especially in England. I think that's gonna be such a nightmare to do.
Well,
they could fucking tell them you're not getting a season ticket again if you start breaking the rules.
Oh, of course, yeah. Will they do it? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't think anyone's listening anywhere really. Like from Ireland to England. Don't think anyone's listening to the government's kind of callings, and everyone's just kind of taking this. Oh, it's just another flu, and it's just.
I somewhat agree and disagree with that. Like, I feel it's more so. Like, for example, when I was on the loose the last time, there's like groups of 13 teenagers, I mean just like teens. Whereas adults, they're more health conscious. Whereas teens are egocentric. Like, I'm not gonna get it kind of thing.
Yeah,
of course. Adults in defense are being a lot more responsible. It's kind of the younger.
It's kind of, if you look at it, people over 21 to let's say about 50, they're the ones taking it seriously. Whereas the older generation, the younger generation, the older generation, especially here, I've seen it. They don't care. Like they've been through world wars and stuff like that. Like, no, you haven't. It's. And then you obviously have the younger kids who are, yeah, definitely Cold War, whatever it was.
Cold War, yeah.
But then again, you just look at that, and
you're going like too deep into these people. Like these.
I know, but I know. What I'm trying to say is you're going to have that all over the world, and in England in general, in the Premier League, you're going to have people who just don't give a shit about what is happening, and they just want to go. Like, for example, take Liverpool. Like you said, once they win the league. No, I'm saying once they win the league, which they most likely will, you're going to have people turning up the training grounds or the stadium or all over the streets of Liverpool.
In defence, though, Liverpool's training ground is literally in the state. That's going to happen.
Yeah, that's
even without social distancing. If Liverpool win the trophy. You know what? I'd like to put a high wall isn't going to work exactly, but you're going to be watching them training and kind of celebrating, or what you could do is tour the trophy around Liverpool when they win it. However, just make sure you go through a route which provides opportunity for the most people to see it, but have people just stand at their on their premises. Something like that, maybe.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, but then you'd have the issue of you can't drive a bus with no wheels.
Yeah, that's also true, yeah.
We have Solskjaer for that.
Oh, and just then what you can do is you can drive down the motorway right into Manchester To piss them all off.
Yeah,
No, and I mean and honestly, I actually don't mean the United fans. I mean the City fans because they did this by points.
It's going to piss United fans over more.
Just for the City fans.
Yeah, but that's going to cause even more social distance problems. Like, I don't think Van Dijk will like having it like his hand, someone like a group of Manx just beating him up.
Start coughing on him.
Yeah, the real fucking.
The real sister. That's up there, just spitting on the the snitching, spitting and snitching. Coughing's the next thing.
Without the football though, what's the things you miss about it?
The pub
in general. Just kind of freedom of like movement.
Typical Irish response there.
Freedom of movement, like you know, you understand why you can't be moved. You can't move around. You're constricted, but it's
I said, why you miss football? I don't care. Yeah, what's the one thing I miss from the football? Freedom of moving around. Wait, you watch the telly and like just jog around.
Like even get to the pub,
it's allowed to hug his friends.
With shoes or like even actually going out and playing. You can't even go out and play it yourself now, really. You know.
Oh, you can, but
you can't freely go.
You're going to be playing against. You're going to be playing against the wall.
I'll go out with your mates to watch the game and all, and that's kind of like what it is at the weekend.
That's what it really is. Yeah, it really is the pub. Like, you go down to watch a game.
But you know, you're here trying to be less, stereotypical.
Because at our standpoint, you'd either go off to watch football, or you'd be online on PlayStation, listen to the football, talking to the others.
Like having your mates over in your house, just like Sky Sports on or something. Yeah.
Like, like obviously, I don't watch every single game. Like, I don't plan on watching every game, but you know, I think it is for me. It's the interaction of, let's say, go down to the pub with yourselves and watching the game. That's the part I miss. I think mostly. I think so. It just comes down to the interaction of.
I'd sit down and watch most of the games from the afternoon. They kick off. And
I can't do that stuff.
And it's like, do you know when you get into such a routine of it? Like almost in every game all the time. I mean, do you know if Arsenal and Chelsea have 12 kickoff, then you have obviously I watch a lot of Tottenham as well, and Liverpool usually have like a late kickoff. I'd like watch all those games. So you have in 3 o'clock kickoff, you have your Tottenham Wolves, then you have like your Liverpool Leicester in the evening kind of thing. Do you know if there's good games on? Tomorrow I'll be watching the Dortmund Bayern game, but and then you can kind of talk about the game and like that's your day sorted. But then when that's taken away from you, it's that's the thing. It's
in a way I've actually enjoyed. In some way I've actually enjoyed not having sports because it's always like you said, you have your day planned out, and with a bit of gone, you kind of say, okay, I can get more other stuff done.
Yeah, that's what I've done. Try to fill it with other stuff.
The thing when I was thinking, you miss. I don't really mind not having football. I really like the way it's just too much on Sunday. I like Saturdays. So like the soccer Saturday thing on. I like the even kickoff. I like going out maybe to the pub for the even kickoff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go obviously for the 3 o'clock one. It's always the evening one. And then I like having me bet down as well, watching through it and seeing and waiting for like teams like Torquay to score a winner.
Oh, definitely.
Never happens, but you still whack on in that ecca.
Oh, definitely.
The other thing I'm gonna miss is the Euros. Like Ireland should either be qualified right now or should not be qualified for the Euros.
Who are they playing? Slovakia?
Most likely unqualified. Yeah, that's Slovakia.
Yeah, we're definitely.
But even at that, we're gonna hold games this time around, and a handful of them would have been nice just to have the atmosphere of them. And it wouldn't be like a full-on proper tournament.
Yeah.
But it would have been you still get that slight tournament feel. I never experienced anything like that, so we had like a slight glimpse. Remember we held the fucking Europa League final between, I think it was Porto and Prague.
It was Braga and Porto, yeah.
Yeah, so we had. If you went to the city centre that day, you would feel that there was a bit of a different atmosphere and all the fans over for.
Europa League, was it?
Europa League final. Yeah, I was looking forward to that again.
Yeah.
And obviously you can't get it. And
remember the match because
go on.
Even Ireland not qualifying,
even if Ireland did qualify, it's just great to see them there. Like you know we're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, exactly. That's you see all these thousands of fans
for the lols.
Exactly. Like if you look at the Euros.
Oh, in fairness, though, sometimes it is. I remember when Ireland were in a group with like Italy and all, we had to beat Italy. We got scored an early penalty against France, like, and it was like actually we're like
that Italy game was hilarious because they were literally trying to let us score. It was like they were just half-arse clearances. Ireland were like getting through defenders like Chiellini and Benucci. Were striker force of fucking Shane Long and the lads coming through on goal, getting past these lads who were literally getting out of the way, and then Buffon just put it to one of me corners, just put it to one of me. He hits it right at him, and he just saves, and he's just like, come on, like. And then eventually we scored the goal. I think it was Brady.
Brady, it was, yeah.
With a fucking header of all this, and then you could see Italy then even at that. I think they had one attack after that.
They had such a started playing the ball out as well. They had their I'd like to even say their B string side, but it was like the people that really qualified.
They were essentially letting us win.
If what people don't remember about that game is Hoolan actually missed a fucking sitter just prior to that goal.
He's getting through these defenders and he fucking misses a sitter.
It was horrible. And
it was there when we scored.
Oh, especially if you look up, anyone could look up right now on YouTube and look up Irish fans in France, and it's just it's plastered with like Russian fans and English fans going against each other, and you see the Irish singing ABBA with Swedish fans,
and then like Irish people picking up beer bottles and all around.
Yeah,
the English fans and Russian fans killing each other. Oh,
the best one is the video where you see them down the tunnel.
Yeah. And then the French police are like, go home for the French police.
Oh, yeah.
Reece, you there?
He's funny.
Yeah. You ever see that video on Facebook?
No, I don't think so.
So those Irish lads down the tunnel. And it's hilarious. They start singing, the police are just trying to start singing with them, tell them to go home.
Go home.
I think the best one I've seen was a few guys that he brought. Know those horse heads you can put on.
I sent you a link to it. Have a look at it there and tell us what you think.
So
very good.
Some of the guys are going around with a fucking horse in their heads, like just put over their heads and going, making horse noises. And they were playing Ga, and he fucked a football straight up in some department. And the guy came down and threw it back down, and anytime he went away from the window, it was like, oh.
They bumped into like someone's car, they dented the car as well, and they panelled it, and it came out, and they're all chuffed.
Yeah, and then that was the same day as
thing they fixed.
Who was it? There was they picked some. They started singing to a nun on a train.
Yeah.
And the nun looked startled. She's like, "Please let me go." And they just kept singing.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Just speaking of the Bundesliga, have you actually looked at any of the transfer rumours? Like obviously the Werner to Liverpool is a big one at the moment, and
did you see what Mance said? I think it's Mance.
Oh yeah, Mance. Yeah.
They said Kloppo take him now.
Please, will you just take him? Kloppo, take him.
He scored 2 hat-tricks against him, or was it 5 goals? And
he just loves scoring against them.
I actually never noticed Werner's actually a lot of goals and assists this season, or like.
He's one of the top forwards in the league. Or the Lewandowski, I'd say.
Yeah, he's playing really well. Then Kai Havertz, he'd be very good for future.
There's a running joke with that. Like people are like, "Oh, Kai Havertz would be one of the best midfielders ever," and then everyone's just like, "You watch Bundesliga for 2 weeks?" Like,
I've seen that.
You could have just had 2 games.
Yeah, but like inconsistent. I give that one like.
I'm now Bundesliga. I know a lot of people are obviously watching now because there's nothing else to watch. I just watch the goals. There's a lot actually. Before you get into the transfers thing, did you see? There's a lad that plays. I said it already the other day. Fella who plays for Berlin, and he has like 4 goals in 4 games. And he came from Leipzig. He barely scored. His name's like Matthias Kuhne.
Yeah.
He could be a good little play. From what I've watched, he's really excelled in this. Like,
didn't Christoph Piatek go to them off AC Milan?
Yeah, but
Haaland is like the striker he was meant to be.
he had Besic, the fella who's like 35. He used to play ahead of him still.
Like Piatek, he moved from Genoa, I think it was, to AC Milan. He was scoring for fun for Genoa, and I think he started off good for AC Milan, and then happened. Did the AC Milan sign another striker or something, or
they ran into financial problems? I think they ran into a big, huge financial problem. They had to sell most of their players.
Then there's just like he's kind of faded into obscurity.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like AC Milan is such it's like United are going down the same road as AC Milan.
Then again, for like the international team for Poland, they have Milik and Lewandowski ahead of them.
Yeah,
and they have like Piatek obviously after that. If I'm forgetting someone as well, but he has kind of no platform to do well. He's on the bench
he was interrupted for a brilliance. We don't really know yet, but we'll hopefully.
Yeah, see some
improvement. He was full on signed, wasn't he? I don't think he was alone.
I don't know actually.
I don't know. I don't think he signed, did he?
Who's this one again?
I was actually about to say our player contract is going to be extended.
Oh, I don't know. Some of them are, some of them aren't. I know United have an issue in it with
Igalo.
Igalo.
He's gone back.
On Igalo. Did you see the thing with Igalo? Someone on Wikipedia changed his
goals.
United, saying he scored 450 goals in 4 matches.
I think he wasn't bad for the few games you had him. I thought in England they're allowing like fair contracts extended for a few games.
Like Igalo's actually trending right now on Twitter.
Like Igalo is essentially became like a Babo.
He came to he came the Diego Forlan. He just scored a few goals. Now he's a cult hero.
Throwing off Dumbia.
Oh, Dumbia. Say it is Dumbia. Yeah, I played for CSKA and Roma actually.
I remember Reece had to have a hard one for those three up front, and then like Luca Toni for some reason.
According to the time, Shanghai have offered Igalo a new contract worth over 75 million for 4 years. So 20 million near just under 18.5 million each a year.
For 4 years, 20.
Yeah,
that's some contract, isn't it?
No, it's just like, but I think China were supposed to have this sort of transfer thing where they have a cap now or something like that because they're
can't play extortion.
Like the MLS.
Yeah, exactly.
They only have the same amount of foreign players, and then they have wage caps. Salary caps.
The idea of not bringing in these
bonus they want.
Yeah.
The idea I think was like to bring in these foreign players, so obviously build the league and the reputation of the league, and then kind of once they build up a bit of reputation with players coming in, obviously Anderson, Esca, you have your man Texiera who moved there when he had a chance to move to Liverpool.
Hulk.
Your Hulk, you have the likes of
Oscar,
West Ham striker Arnautovic,
Mario Mandzukic.
Zukic, yeah, you have like
you had Oscar, you had like all these crazy players.
Remember Jackson Martinez for Porto and
Atletico Madrid.
He was very good.
Did he play for Atletico? I don't know if he did play for Atletico.
He did play for Atletico. He moved from Porto. Yeah, he did really well at Porto. He did kind of a Falketics off to China.
But as you were saying, with the Bundesliga, there is some quality players coming out there.
One of them is Jordan Sancho. So
you could on Jordan Sancho, Jadon
Sancho, no?
Jaden Sancho.
Yeah, that's Jaden.
Having an English name like that. He looks like he's going to be leaving somewhere. Where do you think he's going to? You think he's going to leave? Do you think he's going to stay?
Oh, he's leaving. He's gone. I think he's gone. I don't think he will. I think Dortmund will hit some financial problems due to the pandemic.
I agree, but I don't feel that many teams would have 100 million to splash on them.
It's only one team I can think of.
No, you can think of 2, and hopefully not 3, because the other third one will be Newcastle.
Oh, stop! No, that's giving me nightmares. Even thinking about that. We'll get on to that another day.
They're signing Koulibaly and Sancho, and they're like those United. All we need is Koulibaly, and
Do you mean those Love United hate Glazer accounts?
Retirement and we're going to win the league.
I hate Glazer, Love United.
That's another story for another day. we have a full fucking podcast for that one. No, but Jadon Sancho's been really good. Like, he's like third top goal scorer in the Bundesliga, and he's the most assists in the Bundesliga this year as well.
The thing I'm afraid of with this Sancho bloke, is he goes to play for England, he is bad. He's just bad.
Yeah,
he does nothing. He's just bad, and that's the thing I worry with. Can he play the English game? Essentially, he left England for a reason.
Yeah, but he obviously wasn't. Well, according to him, he was never going to get ahead of.
He could have had other options. Now I think his agent's very clever. He has that agent that's getting rid of a few English players away, and they're all going to come back eventually, and he will get a serious sign-on fee because obviously they're English.
Sure. I think his agent was accused of providing Sancho. It's like I think it was City were accused of providing Sancho's with an extra payment. I think for the transfer when he left. I think
his agent I think has Magic, who left Sunderland to go to Bordeaux. He has the lad. I think he got that lad that left Liverpool. Went to Fiorentina, and he has a left back. Some left. I think there's a left back, an English fella that left as well. I don't know. Can't think of his name. I think he used to play for Fulham. I think. Oh no, he never left. I think it was the left back that played for Wigan, and he was linked to AC Milan randomly. Do you remember that in January?
I know what you're on about. I just can't think of.
Madness,
Going back to your point about would Sancho be suitable for English game, I think he'd be ideal.
I think no. I don't think it's the English game. I think it's the way the football's going now.
In all honesty, at the moment,
no, I'm not saying that you won't. I'm just saying from the evidence we have of him playing in England. Obviously, the international level is a bit different, but he has done nothing.
Yeah, but then again, know how English teams are always exporting foreign players. Oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? But if you look at it in England, wingers and the likes of Salah, Mane, Sané, Sterling, Zaha, Daniel James, quick, tricky wingers. Obviously, I know some of them aren't tricky, but
just fast
in behind, kind of. It has proven to, and technical. He's really skillful, technical. So it's kind of in England, it's proven to work. Look at David Silva, quick, but he's technical. He's tricky. Then you even. The likes even Ben Arfa didn't do horrible in England, but very tricky. Love Ben Arfa.
I'm just looking at the agent. I'm looking at the agent there, and the agent has obviously Sancho's his big money kind of.
They have
money
a
man,
release clause,
but
100 and something million or whatever.
Yeah, no one's ever going to spend that on that.
Yeah,
but he has Iwobi, Saka, Todd Cantwell, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nikita. He actually has. Obviously, Darren's favourite striker of all time, Josh Maja.
He moved off to France, didn't he?
He
moved off to France from Sunderland.
Yeah, to Bordeaux.
Yeah. He did. The entire time he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll sign the contract. Yeah, I'll sign it." Then Christmas goes by and he's just like, "Yeah."
Fairness though, he got offered I think a hell of a lot more.
Oh yeah.
In a better league.
Yeah, but you don't mind. It's just you have to conduct yourself.
That's the way it definitely was the way he conducted himself.
Listen, I just keep my mouth shut.
Was it him or was his agent?
If you I watched the Sunderland season 2, the thing that makes you extra first this time of year. But it's I think it's a mixture of both. I know Jack Ross, the manager at the time. I don't think he took any high feelings the way he was, but there's some things where Jack Ross walks into the room and Magic just leaves and walks away. You kind of know from the start of the season that Magic, it was him and Joel Lasario, I think his name is. The two of them were we sat there and they're we're better than the rest of these, and we're only fucking from the youth team. We're gonna be
more football teams should do a.
Lasario left straight away. He just was not interested.
Yeah.
I think he kind of adopted Magic. Sorry, Mike. Before you go, another thing is that to be fair to Magic, he's growing up he's grown up in the when Sunderland are in the Premier League, and he's all of his mates that he was playing with are still probably in the Premier League, and they're going around saying, "Oh, I'm gonna buy this new car. I'm gonna buy this. Imagine sitting there on like a couple of grand. Obviously he's on well more money than us, and they're ever gonna be like. But he's just like, he's sitting there and he's just like, why am I saying here? I could just go and make loads of money somewhere else.
Yeah.
So like, you have to.
It was only 19 or something.
I would have been like, if he just stayed, if we had him to the end of the season, we would have got promoted last year.
That was the year. I was going to say he left in January, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just wish that he made some sort of deal that he stayed to the end of the season. Like, it's only 6 months of his life.
Yeah.
But anyway,
the likes of them shows are really good.
Let's go on to more positive things.
You know, I think the likes of those shows are really good for insight. Like City did one, and then Liverpool did one before as well.
There's a difference here. No, there's a difference here. We're getting an actual documentary on a team that struggles to.
Doesn't struggle making you depressed.
Titled All or Nothing. That is literally Man City, and then the New Zealand rugby team, like.
And don't forget Tottenham.
What are they gonna do next? The US Olympic Games? Chinese Olympic Games?
I hear now for the Liverpool one, it was under Brendan Rodgers when we were like finishing 6th.
Oh, that's not. I'm talking about the Amazon one. That's really big at the.
Yeah.
Aren't Tottenham getting one done?
It's all. Yeah, they got one. All or nothing. If you don't succeed, it's nothing. It doesn't work.
It's stupid. I don't like those documentaries. Like,
you should do them more. Like, I wonder how much revenue those would generate for a club if you get a deal with the likes of Amazon.
For smaller clubs, I'd say it'd be grand. But for clubs like City,
get a hand in that one as well. Documentary series.
We used it as like a advertising tool.
Yeah.
And kept selling jerseys, and they were like the Sunderland Till You Die season 1 jersey.
You just see some rich Arabian man
as a marketing
want to buy Sunderland
to develop kind of more fans and interest from abroad.
Well, we'll get back to the question. Do you think Sancho will join United in summer?
Yes.
No.
Alright.
I think there's a better chance of him going back to. I don't think he'll go to Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea will go for him.
I think you can see if Sané
no.
convinced.
I don't think he'll go back to City. I think he goes to United based on who he knows. I think he has better relationships with people. I'd say there's a better chance of him going to Chelsea than City.
Chelsea as well, isn't it?
I think he has a lot of friends there at Chelsea.
Well, look, they have and they have
I think he's going back to England. As I said, his agent is looking at that sign-on fee, and he knows that he's going back to England.
He's like the Mina Raiola. Yeah. He's looking at that big money. But
the next player I'm going to think about, right, is a player, an Arsenal player. So maybe Reece might drive in on this fella. Reece, you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to put some maths in Grand Blue. Hold on.
Talking about Arsenal.
Do you like Aubameyang?
I mean, of course.
Why?
Of course I do.
Mate, that's all we need. Do you think Aubameyang is going to go? I think so. Obviously, it looks.
Yeah, I think he's done with Arsenal.
Aubameyang's going to
go. You would just fuck off.
Of course he's going to go. If any other team takes him, he's going to take it because like Arsenal have been doing shit this season.
Where do you think? I have no idea where he'll go though.
I like him just the Johnny.
Where would he go?
Obviously, he'd go anywhere. Obviously, but
he won't go to another Premier League team. Obviously, he won't.
But who would want him outside England?
But there's rumours of PSG.
He'll go back to a German league.
But they just bid for Icardi as well. Unless Cavani's gone.
Cavani's gone to Inter, supposedly.
He'll go back to a German league team.
Icardi's, I think, linked with PSG as a permanent transfer.
He could possibly, in saying that, he could go to a French league, but I'd say there's probably like a 30% chance in that. I really think that. I think he's either going to go to a French team, or he's going to a German team, and there's 7% chance.
But he always said he wanted to join Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Benzema might be moving.
Yeah, but are Real Madrid going to take him?
They'll be gone.
They have Benzema there, but like you think every thing you just expect Benzema to leave, but Benzema is so there so long. I think they think he's a chair. Like he's basically a part of the furniture.
Yeah.
But if they move him on, maybe they'll take Aubameyang for a year or two.
If you think about it, like Hazard isn't performing under Benzema's getting past it, and same with Bale. Like they're gone. Probably get another year, but like they do
you
need
got
to
to see
and
the
Rodrigo and
manager.
Vinicius, like Sensio, they're your other attacking
The manager
options.
might be thinking, right? I'm after getting rid of most of my fucking offensive. Why would I get rid of Benzema? I've kept him here for so long.
It's just a Real Madrid way of thinking. To get old, you sell them.
31 now, it has to be easily.
Yeah, but he's probably trying to keep that. Probably trying to keep Benzema there. Like Benzema isn't that bad of a player overall.
He's not a bad player, but like Madrid always attack, like have always attacked with pace.
Exactly, but like just getting rid, like should have got rid of Ronaldo.
Yeah, but Ronaldo.
Maybe they're holding on to Benzema for a cushion.
Well, that's the only reason.
Like they have Bale.
Like bench.
Yeah, exactly. They have a cushion because Benzema is not
Yeah,
fast.
but they might
can smash in
but
shots.
But what I'm saying is they might realise that it's time for Benzema to move on, and we can get Aubameyang in. He was just a little bit younger than him, but he's still 31, and he can be their new cushion.
That allows.
Do you honestly think Aubameyang's going to suit that type of play?
Well, yeah, because I think he'll join Real Madrid for any reason. Because he he told his dad who died or his granddad or something that I'm going to play for Real Madrid for you. So I think he'll try to join them at any cost.
No, yeah, it might suit him, but does it suit Real Madrid play of style?
Oh yeah, definitely does. Definitely.
Come off the bench. Definitely, yeah.
Definitely.
The next player I want to talk about is not superstar. It's Joshua King. We just got the news yesterday that 4 out of the top 6 are interested in signing.
Yeah,
it's, as you said yesterday, Kevin, is basically
every other team would have City or Liverpool. Can't see Liverpool or City going from. I'd be surprised.
I think the two teams that are supposed to be interested the most is United and Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't think he's suitable for either one. You can do better. He's a good.
Oh yeah, I think he's a player like if Igalo goes, we can replace Igalo. But I would not spend 20 million on him.
United need to go bigger than.
We don't.
Oh yeah, I don't think. Don't. No, I think Sancho would. I think we really need a right winger, and I hope Sancho is that person that comes in for that.
With Daniel James, huh?
You can't just rely on Daniel James, and he's been obviously mid-season. He's been very inconsistent. Towards the end of the before pandemic, he was doing all right. But no, I think King would. But I think he'd slot in. I think he goes under all these kind of tactics.
That's what you need. He wants people to that, as at the time was someone who will break their neck to score a goal, and that's what they need. Like, and they got
obviously,
that
what Mark said. Like, obviously, he's not. I don't think he's obviously world class, but I think we need the depth. We need a depth in there, and I think he's a good start. Obviously, I'm not expecting to go in United and score 30 fucking goals. I see him a bit time player going off the bench. But my worry is much money does he want? It comes down to that again. Like, is he going to be playing for the badge? Or is he going to be playing for the money?
You have to remember this is a youth player.
Oh yeah, definitely he played for United in the youths, definitely, and then he left when he's 19.
I think 20 million for the young player. Or no, he's not young player. He's 28, but fucking 20 million for him, and
I don't think he'll even need 20 million now because of the pandemic. I think.
What about someone who's like? What about like Brighton Mapai?
No,
he's good. Jesus, I'd take King over him any day. But boy has not done well.
He's had a good season. He has 8 goals, 2 assists this season.
You have that thing now that Ballack said that Van Dijk's lucky to be in a league where has no goal scorers. There is no goal scorers in the league. Like this, that is like you look through the strikers of the league, and if someone will have 7, you're like, they're actually doing pretty well. Like 7, if you look back 10 years ago, if someone had 7, you'd be like,
I'd give him point. Like Maguire is very young. Like
I think Keane would be like ideal. You can bring him off the bench and like he'll chase around for you. And if you want to play a different way, play
like an Origi.
You could say that, yeah.
Origi has his position in the team. Origi's not.
Can we bring this back to Aubameyang for 2 seconds?
Go on.
I know what you want to say about him.
Right. I don't think Real Madrid should take Aubameyang.
Go on, why?
Because I don't think it suits their player style. Right.
Why so?
Because, Right. So if you take Aubameyang and you don't get rid of Benzema, yeah. Aubameyang is known for them tapping goals. You know, them goals that he's always there in. He's always there, but he's not the best passer. As you can see, he's obviously not the best passer. I don't think Real Madrid needs that because selling Benzema, like, you know, Benzema is the critical finisher.
Don't need him to pass. They need him to run him behind.
The thing with Real Madrid, Reece, is that they don't care. Like, they just buy people because of their names. Like, they don't need Hazard. They have him.
Yeah, but
I do
somewhat
agree with him. I do somewhat agree with him because they got Jovetic. Is that his name's a Croatian fella, and he plays that similar style of getting in behind, and he has a bit of an attitude problem, but it doesn't work. And like they do like to have balls gone across the goal and Benzema taps them in, but they still will buy him if they want to buy him. They want to buy him because it's Real Madrid.
Agree in that sense. I just think he would suit them because at the moment at Madrid you have an aging line, you have the Bale, Hazard, who are all on the border of 30 and just past 30.
Okay, yeah.
That one. And then you have on the bench the likes of Asensio, Rodrigo, and Vinicius. If you were to like in Aubameyang, because Bale's gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
No, he's gone. Mentally, he's gone anyway.
For a season or two. That allows the likes of Vinicius and Rodrigo to develop for another season or two. And you can shift Aubameyang on. And
you forget that they have Luka Jovic as well.
I think he's, like Darren said, he's an attitude problem. I think they shift it.
He broke rules of like the coronavirus rules in Serbia like numerous times.
Did he break his leg or something?
Said don't come over, and he came over and was like, "Wait, don't go out," and he went out.
Yeah,
don't give a fuck.
Madrid, I think, have been notorious for not putting up on any bullshit. Like, and they're just very ruthless with players. Like Ronaldo, probably the best player in their history, and they just like see it.
Yeah, they did the same thing to Casillas. Where Casillas
that was horrible.
That was really horrible to watch.
Horrible. Yeah.
Well, any other players, Darren?
I only have one more because we're pushing up to an hour.
Yeah.
And get done quickly. We have the only one I have for this week. I have Coutinho.
Ooh, how he has fallen from grace.
I think he's playing well this season. You just don't afford him. He's played well. Like, he has played well for Bayern this season. Like,
check now.
Bayern were never buying.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Bayern were never gonna buy him for 100 million. Like,
yeah, he's still beyond to Barca, isn't he?
20. The same age as Salah, Mane, Coutinho. Like, he was all in around that age bracket.
Well, he's 8 goals and 6 assists in 22 games, which is really good. Actually, if you want to talk overall, good. 17 goal contributions in 32 games.
Like, how many are coming off the bench? Like, and.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't played since. Did he play in the recent game?
There's links.
He's got an injury now.
He had injured ankle problems.
There's links that, like, we all know that where some of the transfers have happened recently with Barcelona has been like, we'll trade these 7 players for your one player. So he's gonna be one of them when he comes back, because he did the last summer. But see, for them it's like playing FIFA 20 career mode or FIFA 19 or whatever. When you're playing, it's like playing career mode for them. They're just going out and trying to trade everybody. Just the Coutinho, he's linked now back to England. He's linked to United in January, and there's reports that he said, "I'll never join them." We don't know, we don't know if that's true. But if it is true, look, it's fair enough. And
like, it is his market value was like at 50 million. I can't. The only club I'd see is Newcastle.
But I have a slight curveball to show in there. What about Wolverhampton Wanderers?
Buy him?
Well, loan him maybe first.
I think he'd want to be playing Champions League football, to be honest. I think he's good enough for a top tier team. Maybe back into Milan.
Like, I'm looking at his agent. His agent also owns Willian and Andreas Pereira. So, and he's a lot of players in Portugal. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Moving back to Inter Milan for.
He could go back to Italy, yeah. He could go to AC.
Inter Milan have a pretty squad at the moment. Maybe get him on loan in there, because
Look, now I'm fucking Man City. He'll end up a fucking Man City. Just sit there and replace fucking Silva or something.
Actually, his agent, it was actually Tevez' agent. Kia Jorbakan. I don't know. He's a bit of a muppet anyway. But no, if he's going to anywhere in England, I think it's going to be if the deal goes through to Newcastle with the Saudi Arabians, wherever they are. I can see him going to Newcastle. It's one of those boys you seen it with City, where they just went out and bought like Rocket Santa Cruz. It's the most weird fucking sign. And I don't know,
Rocket Santa Cruz and all.
Yeah, they had more strikers than midfielders at one stage.
Yeah, it was mad. That was Mike Hughes.
Yeah, it was Mark Hughes, and then he did want to come up because I think he actually had him in his last season at Blackburn. Now, if he's anywhere, I think it's Newcastle. In England, that's Newcastle. He could go back to Italy, like Mark said there, to go back and play for Inter.
Said it before. That's why I'm saying he could.
And you know what? It looks like I wouldn't. If Sanchez leaving Inter, I can see him leaving Inter. I can see Coutinho maybe slotting in there at the left wing.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I wouldn't say left wing. I think Inter they play a
4-3-3,
4-1-2-1-2, isn't it?
Do you like their wingers? I know you definitely do.
They have Dybala behind Lautaro and Lukaku.
Dybala's Juventus.
Sorry, have Kaku, Lautaro, and who's their attack midfielder? Who's behind them?
Borja Valero.
No, it's not Sanchez. Who else did sign up? It's not Young.
Yeah.
Who did they have behind them, actually?
Looking at it now, they have Lautaro Martinez, Lukaku, Antonio Candreva, Christian Eriksen.
There you go.
Brozovic, Valero, Barella. Victor Moses actually. I forgot Victor Moses actually plays with him.
Yeah, he's there. Ashley Young's there.
With Conte, it might be a possibility as well.
Yeah. That would be.
Maybe Sanchez goes back and
who's he going to compete against? Ashley Young. I think we know who's going. I don't even know where Ashley Young was playing for Inter. I don't know if he's playing at the wing back, full back position, or is he playing as an actual winger?
Wing back. Yeah, for wingers they Candreva and. But yeah, Perisic is born. He wasn't there. Yeah.
And it depends. Like I said, it depends on. I can't see him going anywhere. I'd be surprised if he goes anywhere else other than Newcastle. If Newcastle thing goes through, but other than that, I can't see him go to like you said, I can't see him going to Wolves. I don't know what it is.
Lads, shall we end that there? That's an hour long. Yeah.
Before we wrap it up.
Yes.
I've mentioned to this already. So our end of show segment.
Okay.
To get more shows.
Oh yes.
Probably. We're gonna do. Gonna have to name. We don't have like we're not very creative here. Everything we do is related around ducks, and that's another story again to bring up. But we need to name our essentially is the not so Hall of Fame. As
okay. I like the sound of that. The not so Hall of Fame.
These are players that are cult heroes. Essentially, they're not these players. Everyone adored them. Is essentially it. And
aren't necessarily the best.
You have, they're definitely not the best. You have. We're not talking about Didier Drogba sort of love. We're talking about Joe Allen sort of love.
We're talking like Bentner.
Bentner.
That's sort of love. So they're never getting into the Premier League Hall of Fame when that eventually starts, but they're gonna get into ours, alright? So for the next time we do this, which will probably be a Premier League preview when we start the next time, if we hope we have seen we know that I want you to bring one player in mind to be our inaugural not so Hall of Famer. Could be any position, and after that we'll probably change it up a bit. But for the first one, we can be any position. So, anything left to do is to wrap it up.
Yes.
So I get you like Emmanuel Frimpong. Okay.
Exactly.
I second that.
So we all bring one, and we'll have our other mate Stephen as well, and he can explain who he is and stuff as well.
But before we finish here, I have a sponsor message.
No, hang on.
Visit DaQuackyAssassin.
No, it's just
/ the OnlyFans.
No, it's not even that.
Fine, anytime you want there, at any time you want, at the earliest and latest reply you want. I am always there, day and night, watching. So just let me know what your fetish is, and I am there. DaQuackyAssassin /onlyfans.com. Okay.
Before we go, we have to give some sort of socials. So if hopefully people can follow us when the football comes back, I'll have my account so I can talk and tweet during this. So my Twitter account is just, I think it's Dr. Dedetti. The name that's on the screen on my stream. I'll have to double check, but it'll be linked in the video when it goes up on YouTube because it's the only way people are ever going to see this. And if they watch to the end, Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I feel sorry for you.
You're madness.
Your support is appreciated if you do watch to the end.
Reece charges €4, but if you're lucky, you'll charge a half price and only charge.
If you watch the end, half price on my OnlyFans. If you want to see some cool action, maybe some asshole accent, whatever you're into, I'm there. I support all.
The other thing I was going to say is we have a Discord that we've started. Kevin is our tech guy. He went through the hassle. So that'll be linked as well in the thing if you want to join in. Again, it's only started, so there won't be anyone else there. But he's talking. Hopefully there's a few people, and when the football comes back,
there's a few bots to mess around with.
It'd be nice place to go. We'll interact. Obviously, we're just normal people, and we have our jobs and stuff, but we interact where we can.
Yep.
And is there anything else we need to shamelessly plug?
No, that's it. We've already plugged
Reece's OnlyFans at it.
I won't be posting content from my OnlyFans. Obviously on Discord, you have to pay for that. But other than that, yes, we have it all covered.
The other thing is we had to make sure that we will be streaming these. Probably when the football comes back, it'll be on a Sunday. We can talk about that in the preview show. But if you want interested in listening live and join in the chat, I have the chat up right in front of me, and I'll respond and I'll bring up questions you have, and you could probably tell us about pricks as well when we talk shy.
Yeah.
You have a different opinion.
Definitely. And they also give some suggestions.
We look forward to you guys calling us pricks because that sparks something different inside of us.
The idea that
I could show you my prick on OnlyFans.
Oh my
God.
Let's just finish it up.
But yeah, I'll let Darren talk and take the stage. It's not all about me.
Just quickly, the idea of this is to be
DaQuackyAssassin.
Oh my god.
Okay,
The idea of this is to be a social thing that after the matches everyone comes and has a chat and talk, and we just do that. So we're going to be doing it through Twitch, and you can find that on Twitch. Again, it'll be linked.
Twitch.tv/Dr.Dardetti.
That is it. Right, so that's it.
There's not an underscore before his name, but yeah, okay.
Quick first end.
Alright, thanks for joining us, guys.